when just sinners saved by grace.
Hey everybody, before we get into the video, I just wanted to stress that the month of May is known as Mental Health Awareness Month. And with that being said, if you are someone who feels like you need some assistance, you need someone to talk to, you're not feeling your usual, or you recognize that you are going through issues, or maybe you know someone else that is, I highly encourage you to seek the help that you need. Now, I know sometimes that could be easier said than done. Recently, I came out and told you all that I personally have come to the conclusion that I need therapy. However, what I didn't realize is that when I was going to seek therapy, it was actually going to be a lot harder than I anticipated, especially when it came to my insurance and me wanting a therapist that I could identify with. Some people may not necessarily care, but me personally, I wanted a woman of color to be my therapist, and I found myself on a several weeks waiting list, but I feel like it is 100% worth it. So anyway, I just wanted to shed that information or share that information with you all because again, it is mental health awareness. And if you are someone who you feel like maybe you don't need the help, but you recognize that these issues are out here, maybe you know someone closely, it doesn't hurt to educate yourself about different type of mental health issues. And just to name a few, such as things like depression, PTSD, anxiety, and so much more. It doesn't hurt to make yourself aware of the signs and symptoms of these different type of issues because you never know whose life you could save, and or it could just make you more sensitive when it comes to encountering individuals who you believe are displaying these emotions. Now, I'm not saying go out there and start diagnosing people, absolutely not. But again, it can make you more aware of what you may be dealing with or what someone else may be dealing with. Also, I would just like to say a lot of these services nowadays are available virtually, even some things that may be local to you, some mental health facilities that may be local to you, or therapists and things like that. They now offer virtual appointments, especially after the pandemic. A lot of these facilities have kept their virtual appointments, which I believe can be very convenient for many of us. So with all of that being said, let's get into the video. What an episode. First of all, I'm going to start off with Josie and Miles because their storyline is definitely giving me Misery vibes. Who remembers the 1990 film Misery starring Kathy Bates and James Caan? If you remember this film, then you would probably see some similarities, especially towards the end of this episode, as Josie is giving serious Annie Wilkes vibes. She has Miles at one of Rex's safe houses and he doesn't even know he's there. Like has no idea he's not even supposed to be there. Meanwhile, you have Tam playing Inspector Gadget, breaking into Josie's home just about and taking her phone and getting someone to unlock it so that she can figure out where Miles is at. Like, I've been expressing how I feel about the two of them for like seasons now. When it comes to Miles, I don't know why they keep fighting over him. Like, Josie could do far better, get someone that's not attached to someone else already, but Josie is really hooked on Miles. Unfortunately, I truly believe her obsession with Miles will be her downfall for this final season. I feel like Josie will either be killed, maybe by Tam, or she will be killed by Miles, because I'm starting to see a shift in her behavior towards the end of the episode that is definitely, again, is giving Misery at this point. And not to mention, if she doesn't get killed, she's more than likely going to end up in prison if Miles decides to press charges because he's not supposed to be there. She basically is at this point kidnapping him. We have Rex in this episode and he just has me cracking up because I'm gonna tell you, you can tell when Rex is lying because his eyes get really big, and I saw a lot of that when he was talking to Jabari. But anyway, Rex is over his son Ray Ray. He is tired of his son Ray Ray. He is tired of trying to figure out what is Ray Ray's angle when it comes to him specifically, because Ray Ray is literally threatening to tell Jabari the truth in regards to Jabari's father and whatever transpired between Jabari's father and Rex. And we know that family is important to Rex, and Rex was willing to give Ray Ray the benefit of the doubt, but we can also see that Ray Ray could care less about Rex being his father. In fact, he even pointed a gun at Rex, and he even put a gun in Rex's hand and told Rex to shoot him, and Rex did not, which I already knew Rex was not going to, because again, I feel like there is still this spot in Rex that's like, okay, this is my son, but I believe he needs to tread on careful waters because it is very clear that Ray Ray does not see him as family. In fact, in the end, what I believe Rex and many of us now realize is that Ray Ray is not looking for a father son relationship, but he does want what Jabari has. In fact, he wants everything that Jabari has in Cyprus. He wants the protection that Jabari has from Rex. He wants Jabari's wife, Angela. He wants Jabari's status in Cyprus. And in the end, he delivers an ultimatum to Rex, letting him know you either kill Jabari or wait for Jabari to kill you when he finds out the truth about his father. Which I think at this point, we are ready to figure out what the heck is the truth about the father, because I'm tired of hearing about this truth that we don't know about. What we do know is that at some point Jabari's whole world will be rocked, but for now Jabari seems to be going around making amends with everyone. I mean, he went back home to Paige. They're doing okay for the moment. Then he goes to see Rex, and Rex I thought was going to give him the truth, but turns out Rex did not give him the truth. He gave him more lies, which this is when Rex's eyes really got wide. If you pay attention to these episodes, Rex has a habit of getting his eyes like really, really wide whenever he's lying, and it's just hilarious. But you could definitely see in that episode that Jabari is beginning to not really buy into Rex's lies. And even though it's not a lie that Paige cannot have children, she too kind of manipulates Jabari in a way. So to get him to stay with her, she told him, like, you know, she's going through these issues and she's scared that Dr. Kevorkian or Dr. Frankenstein has been released and she can't have any children, because at first Jabari was not going to stay. But when he heard all of this from Angela, he decided he would stay. And of course, as usual, when it comes to this union, bliss does not last forever, because this couple quickly had their worlds shook as they sat on the couch together and watched WQCL News. Angela is back, so it is obvious that Ray Ray did not indeed kill Angela, and in fact, Ray Ray, Levi, and Angela are all working together. So WQCL, the station that Jabari, Levi, and this woman co-owns, is currently up for some sort of award due to the fact that they have been doing a great job with covering the missing women in Cyprus. So it is definitely bringing them ratings. But apparently Levi has been working closely with Ray Ray, and apparently Angela as well, to help continue to boost those ratings. It is definitely a I scratch your back, you scratch mine's type of scenario with this trio, and you might as well add Ella to that list now too, because Ella is out for herself as usual, and she is protecting herself by helping Ray Ray and convincing him that helping him helps her and helps them all. And of course Ray Ray knows her. However, who is displeased with this entire scenario is the district attorney Tony Hayden. Ella's selfish, sloppy, dirty moves has tipped off Tony Hayden to the fact that she is the one working with Ray Ray and must be the one that is helping him get off. But I don't think Ella's too pressed about Tony knowing the truth, because in Ella's fashion, she'll figure out a way to get rid of him if he gets too close to the situation. Or he could very well be the one to take her down in this final season. And mind you, I thought he was sweet on Ella at the beginning, and I think he actually was sweet on Ella, but now he knows who Ella really is, and this man is standing on the right side of the law, so he cannot be bought, or at least as for now, he cannot be bought. So we shall see where exactly all of this is heading. Not to mention, what is it that Levi has up his sleeve for this award ceremony? What is it that he is planning to do? Because mind you, he is inviting Paige, he is inviting Ray Ray, he is inviting Ella. Then there is something that he was supposed to be doing for Ray Ray specifically. So I am very curious to know what is getting ready to go down, because we know that Levi always got something going on at these events. So I am very curious to know what is about to go down. And last but not least, we see that Jabari is also not buying someone else's bullcrap, and that is Angela. Now, we know Jabari does care about his unborn child, but he cannot stand Angela, and he definitely is not buying into that story. But for now, Angela has protection from Ray Ray as well as Levi. Jabari needs to be more concerned about himself, because I don't know where things are getting ready to go when it comes to him, Ray Ray, and Rex, but we shall see. So that is it for this discussion. We didn't get to see Leona, Christy, Kendrick, Anna. We didn't see them in this episode, but I really, really enjoyed this episode. And again, I think my favorite scenario in this episode, or my favorite storyline in this episode, is the Josie and Miles situation, because I am getting Misery vibes, and I really like how they shot that whole situation, and how when Miles stepped out onto the porch of the home to call for help, he looked around and there was nothing but woods. So I really am enjoying seeing all of this unfold. And mind you, I believe there are only 8 episodes for this final season, which means we have 3 episodes left. So let me know what your predictions are in the comment section. I have also been enjoying reading your comments, and I appreciate everyone who tunes in. Whether you comment or not, it is very, very appreciated. And I just thank you all, and I look forward to another discussion soon. So that is it. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.